Time right now, 6:52, and it is time for the morning sprint.
The U.S. House of Representatives has approved legislation to create a bipartisan commission to investigate the January 6th attack on the Capitol. In the Senate, there has been some growing opposition, though, from Republicans. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says that he will still bring it to the floor for a vote.
Breaking overnight, even as strike continues to be exchanged between Israel and militants in Gaza, there's a hope a ceasefire is on the horizon. President Biden has pressed Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to de-escalate the military campaign. Hamas officials say they expect the ceasefire agreement to be reached within days.
A massive drug bust on the West Coast. U.S. Coast Guard crew in San Diego just seized 11,500 pounds of cocaine. It's worth an estimated $220 million. The drugs were confiscated in the international waters off the coast of Mexico, Central and South America earlier this year. A dozen people in custody in connection and are awaiting federal charges.
And that'll do it. A no-hitter for Corey Kluber.
Yes, another no-hitter, the second MLB no-hitter in a row. Last night, Yankees pitcher Corey Kluber brought them to a victory over the Texas Rangers. He was the sixth pitcher to throw a no-hitter already this season. The all-time record is 7 a season.
Milwaukee's ousted police chief could once again become the city's top cop. A judge in the case says that former Milwaukee police chief Alfonso Morales must be reinstated to his former position in the next 45 days. That is, unless Morales' attorney and the city can reach a settlement. Morales sued the city after he was demoted to captain, saying that his due processes were denied.
Kyle Rittenhouse set to make his first in-person appearance in Kenosha County Court tomorrow. The now 18-year-old is charged with homicide for shooting and killing 2 people during last summer's protest when he was just 17. Tomorrow is his final pretrial hearing before jury selection begins in November.
Governor Evers is calling a special session of the legislature is to expand Medicaid. The bill would use federal stimulus money tied to expanding Medicaid on hundreds of projects across the state. Wisconsin's one of 12 that have not taken advantage of Medicaid expansion. Republicans voted earlier this month to remove Medicaid expansion from the governor's budget proposal.
Millions in the southeast are once again under flood warnings this morning as torrential rain drenches that region. At least 4 people have been killed in Louisiana so far. There's been widespread damage across the region and into Texas. That storm expected to last into some areas through Monday, bringing with it flash flooding and tornado watches.
State Republicans have voted to reinstate a requirement forcing unemployed people to look for work to qualify for benefits. The requirement was suspended because of the pandemic. It comes a day after Republicans announced that they wanted to end $300 weekly federal unemployment payments. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos alleges that businesses are having trouble finding employees and filling shifts because federal programs are providing more money than what businesses can provide in wages.
Right now, there's a shortage of rental cars across the country. A year ago, some rental fleets were sold off in the pandemic, and this year, a global chip shortage has caused production delays of new cars. Hertz says the rental car shortage is likely to last through the summer. They recommend booking early and reworking your travel plans so you don't have to rent at expensive rates. The National Hurricane Center releasing its seasonal forecast today, and hurricane season could start early for the 7th year in a row. The center says a weather system in the North Atlantic has a medium chance of becoming something stronger. If it does, it will be named Anna.
Temperatures are quite mild out there this morning, already at 70 degrees for our friends in Janesville. In Madison, we sit at 67 right now. This is a sign of that summer-like pattern we are in. We're also tracking some isolated showers out there this morning. No thunder as of yet, but I do expect to see at least a couple of rumbles in some spots as we move through the afternoon and more activity moving in from the south and west. That being said, take the umbrella headed out the door, but also keep the sunglasses on hand as well, as we'll see a couple rays of sunshine at times. A big warm-up is in store for the weekend.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great Thursday. Hope to see you tomorrow.